Anycubic Kobra X claims to make multicolour printing faster, produce less waste, and print in 4 colours straight out the box. All for just $279. Let's find out. The secret behind those claims is this rather unusual print head. Instead of using a separate powered filament system, Anycubic has built the entire 4-filament feeding mechanism directly into its new ACE Gen 2 tool head. 4 spools are mounted on top of the printer, with each filament feeding through its own PTFE tube directly into the print head. Inside here, a motor-driven mechanism selects the required filament and engages it with the extruder. When it's time to change colour, the filament is cut, retracted slightly, and replaced with the next one. Because all this happens directly inside the tool head, the filament only needs to retract by about 30mm during a change. The cutter is also positioned just 10mm above the nozzle, so that should mean less filament needs to be flushed through the nozzle, while also making each colour change significantly faster than a traditional external AMS type system. That's the theory anyway. We'll see how well it works in practice shortly. The printer itself arrives partly assembled, with the base and gantry supplied as 2 main sections. These attach together using 8 bolts, followed by a handful of labelled cable connections. You then install the Purge wiper, attach the 4 spool holders, and connect the PTFE tubes in the correct order. The entire assembly took me about 15 minutes with no issues. Once everything is connected, the printer guides you through its initial setup and the calibration process. This includes automatic bed leveling, setting the Z offset, and running its vibration computation. The entire calibration does take some time, and other than the usual app binding and Wi-Fi setup, it's pretty much all done for you. Once it's done, it's ready for use. Loading filament is slightly different to systems such as Bamboo Labs AMS's or Creality's CFS. There are no motors inside the spool holders to take the filament from you. Instead, you manually feed each filament through its PTFE tube until it reaches the print head. A tone will confirm when it's reached the correct position, and the tool head takes care of everything from there. The printer does include an RFID reader for compatible Anycubic filament, but this is positioned down on the base. So rather than detecting each spool automatically after it has been installed, you'll have to select the RFID option and physically wave the spool over the reader before loading it. It works, but manually entering the filament type and colour on the touchscreen is so quick that I'm not convinced many people will bother using this feature. Once loaded, the 4 filaments are managed through Anycubic Slicer next. This is based on Orca Slicer, so anyone familiar with standard Orca or Bamboo Studio etc. should feel right at home reasonably quickly. You can assign colours to individual parts, see which physical slot each colour corresponds to, and view separate estimates for the model, Purge tower, and flush filament before starting the print. Files can be sent to the printer wirelessly or transferred using a USB drive if you'd prefer to keep everything offline. On the printer you'll find a selection of files already preloaded, including these is a Purge tray, so I printed that out first. For the large test print I scaled up a more golem 4-colour image to 300%, which is just over 1149 layer changes, and on the normal printer takes about 2 working days. I was quite surprised when the Kobra X completed this print much faster than I had expected, having just printed this recently on the Creality Sparks i7. It took just over a day on the Kobra. When it comes to waste, however, it's important to keep the claims into perspective. The Kobra X may claim to produce less waste than other single nozzle multicolour systems, but less waste certainly doesn't mean no waste. You're still going to end up with a big pile of poop from Purge and the Purge tower. Adhesion throughout my testing was fine, but I did notice that remnants of filament remained after removing the model, and were very hard to remove, something I've not experienced on other manufacturer supplied build plates with this same model and filament combination. The printer comes with a 0.4mm hardened steel nozzle as standard, and the complete nozzle assembly can be removed without tools. The printer is controlled with a 3.5-inch touchscreen, the interface is fine and responsive, with the main printing and filament controls accessible without needing the mobile app. It also includes a built-in 720p camera for remotely monitoring prints and creating real-time lapses. Video feed itself is adequate, although the position of the camera isn't ideal. Other features include filament runout and tangle detection, automatic switching to a backup spool, object skipping, power loss recovery, Wi-Fi and LAN connectivity. Kobra X can theoretically also be expanded from 4 to as many as 19 colours by connecting up to 4 Ace 2 Pro units. So, is the Anycubic Kobra X generally the bargain it first appeared to be? For $279, the hardware specification is difficult to argue with. Based on my testing, the Kobra X punches way above its weight. You'd be forgiven for thinking it was a more expensive printer from its results. It isn't perfect, it's quite noisy in use compared to other similar machines, and Anycubic's software ecosystem still has some catching up to do, but as an affordable way into 4-colour printing, the Kobra X makes a very convincing argument. At $279, I think it probably is the bargain it claims to be, and when I bought mine, it was $259 on discount, which is even more of a bargain. Let me know what you think of the Kobra X in the comments, and whether its integrated 4-colour system is enough to tempt you away from the more established alternatives. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.